Hey guys, it's Donnie. I wanted to make an update, sort of, to let you know what had gone on this week and just sort of some very important information that I've sort of recently found out about. I just wanted to start this off with a huge thank you and just a huge hug to everybody who has been signal boosting and donating and just sending positive messages and positive vibes to me and to the brothers within the fraternity who have been helping with this. Um, it's been a really incredible experience. It's been very stressful, very overwhelming, but in a very positive way. And I honestly couldn't be happier with um, the way things are turning out. I have my Avengers shirt on, so you know that shit's about to get real. Also, the Iron Man 3 trailer came out, which I'm super excited about, and everyone should check it out. Um, but actually, back to business. I made another update that I posted last night, but it was kind of rambly, and I just sort of I don't know. I wanted to make everything much more clear. So that's why I'm making a new video. For those of you who don't really know what I'm talking about, um, I'm going to do a little run through. Today is Wednesday, March 6th. I have been on testosterone for a year and 3 months. Yay! I also have a legal name change, and for the past year, I've been working towards getting my top surgery. So I've been working for a little while, the past month and a half, with some different people at my college and my insurance company, putting together a claim for my surgeon's office to put to my insurance to see if I can get my surgery covered. Also, a few weeks ago, I began pledging a fraternity here at Emerson College called Phi Alpha Tau. It's the nation's oldest communicative arts fraternity. It's a professional fraternity. It's incredibly awesome. We're the only chapter, and it's basically just full of amazing people. And I already knew that going into it, and that's why I wanted to pledge. But 3 days into the pledge process, I got a call from my surgeon's office saying that my claim for surgery had been denied, which sucked really bad because I had worked on it for a while, like I said, and after that fell through, I was kind of not very in a great place to afford my surgery. I had some money saved. I'd had some fundraising efforts in the Emerson community help me out, but I didn't really have $8,125, which is how much the procedure costs out of pocket. So basically, what happened was some of the brothers within the fraternity found out that my claim had been denied, and they surprised me by starting an Indiegogo campaign for my top surgery. It was amazing. I'm used to that kind of support within the Emerson community because Emerson's such a wonderful, accepting place, but I'm not used to getting that much support without really asking for it. So it was a really, really wonderful gesture on their part, and it definitely made me feel so great about my decision to come out for the fraternity. And I have since crossed into the active brotherhood, and am no longer pledging. um, yeah. Then what happens is the incredible Mr. Ben Lindsay, who is an active brother of Ta, in addition to being a generally wonderful human being, interviews me for Out.com, where he is an intern. This little piece goes up. We think that it's really cool that there's a little thing about us on Out.com, and we thought maybe we'd get a few more donations. We didn't expect what actually happened, which was that it kind of blew up and it became the #1 story on the website, and a bunch of media organizations started contacting us because this was a story they really wanted to know more about. We started getting so many donations, more than we even knew what to do with. So we decided to pledge the excess money to the Jim Collins Foundation. We've been contacted by dozens of media syndicates and organizations and journalists and newspapers, and we sorted through a lot of it, said no to most people, gave a few really cool interviews to, Huffington Post, Boston Globe, stuff like that. We were on a few local news channels. It was really awesome. I personally became very, very overwhelmed because it felt like a lot of pressure to be a representative of Emerson, to be a representative of the transgender community, and I have a bit of a problem with anxiety, and even though I've handled it a lot and improved so much, this week definitely wasn't good for me. As positive as all of this has been, and I really couldn't be happier with this movement that sort of happened as a result of what the fraternity has done for me. And it's been an incredible experience. So I made the decision sort of the end of last week, that I really wasn't going to do any more media because I didn't feel like it was good for me personally or for my family. And, we'd said what we wanted to say, we'd accomplished what we wanted to accomplish, and, we're done and we're happy with what's happened. Plot twist. I get woken up this Friday, which is a day of exams because it is the last day of midterms for us. with a phone call telling me that insurance has taken another look at my claim and accepted it. I submitted my first claim a month ago, so it's been a month since I've really had any dealings with insurance. I did not instigate this. It was totally unexpected. I was very confused. So I get this call, and I'm kind of just like, ah, 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 ah. I'm late to an exam, so I run into the lobby of my building to leave for my exam. I run into Chris Cavs, who's one of the brothers of the fraternity. I hug the crap out of him because I have no idea what's happening. I run to class, late to my exam, take my exam, freak out, spend the rest of the day trying to understand what's happened, why it's happened, and how I can best understand and let everyone know what's going on. Here's what happened. Emerson College Insurance covers top surgery. But that language explaining that it's covered if certain criteria are met never made it into the Aetna insurance policy. So internally, it's a policy that's very inclusive of this procedure. But externally, there's nothing to indicate that. So much so that my claim was rejected, and that after months of me dealing with insurance, this wasn't really something that was ever found out in any way. It's really cool because it now means we have this reconciled understanding of what the policy is, and that is evident in the writing of the policy now, even though it wasn't before. However, just because I learned this doesn't mean that insurance was covering my surgery. I needed to get official confirmation that it was happening. So that's why I haven't said anything up until this point, is that I wanted to make sure it was 100% official. This is amazing because it means that of all the money we've raised, I'm only going to need to use about $2,000 for my copay and travel and care expenses. Meaning that $18,000, which is now our excess amount of fundraised money, can go to the Jim Collins Foundation, the organization that we've pledged it to. We can help people that need this money a lot more than I do. So that's a really incredible feeling, and I'm hoping that everyone who's donated is 100% behind me in feeling really awesome about that, because this story, while it started out as a really cool story, I can now feel like it's not about me personally. It's not even about Greek life. It's about helping a community that really needs help, and educating the public about a community that there isn't really a lot of education surrounding. As a trans person, this is literally the coolest thing in the world to me, to see that money go to people who need it and deserve it 100%. So I'm so happy and excited. And my college's health insurance policy has been sort of updated language wise and is now accurately reflective of transgender inclusion. It's awesome all the way around. For those of you who don't know what the Jim Collins Foundation is, they give out grants for gender confirming surgeries for trans and gender non-conforming people who can't afford them themselves. It's an incredible organization. It was co-founded by one of my mentors and sort of role models, Tony Ferriolo, who ran a trans youth group that I attended for a while. He's an incredibly cool dude, and to be able to sort of give back in this way is very personally significant for me. Not to mention the fact I feel like it's giving a lot of credit and due to an organization that does incredible work. Their application process starts on April 1st, and I highly recommend that you Signal Boost. Check that out. So, yeah, I guess I'm very happy. I'm very overwhelmed, very stressed. I actually have kind of a headache right now. But I'm so, so happy. And, this surgery is going to become a reality for me, and it's also going to become a reality for other people who you may not know, but who actually need it just as much as I do and who are in a worse off state. So I'm thrilled, and all you people are incredible. What's important for me now is to sort of reach out individually to the people who have messaged me, and make sure I connect with them, with you guys. So if you have questions, if you have concerns, if you have comments, try to keep them positive, because I really appreciate positive, nice things, or questions instead of nasty, mean things, which I haven't gotten a lot of. Thank you. But yeah, so I'd love to talk to you guys. I want to help if I can. I want to be a resource if I can. That's really important to me at this point, considering how much support you've all been showing me and been showing the Brothers of Phi Alpha Tau. It's been an amazing experience, and yeah,